Hey everyone, this is the instruction video, and we're going to do some analysis in this video for Friday, the Mayflower Compact. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So go ahead and get into your Google Classroom and go ahead and click on Friday and click View the Assignment. Our learning target for today is I will identify why the Pilgrims decided to move to America by analyzing the Mayflower Compact. Okay, we're actually going to change that to North America. It's got to be accurate. Okay, so first, like always, go ahead and complete that daily attendance. Once again, if you're not sure what class you're in, go ahead, please let me know, and I will tell you which class period you need to mark down. After you've done that, go ahead and open up the slides, and let's go ahead and do that. Slow internet. There we go. All right, once you guys got your slides open, go ahead and begin working on your notebook. Okay, let's go ahead and get working on that notebook. Your in for today is what would cause you to move your family to a strange new country that you know very little about? Okay, what is something that would stop you and go, you know what? Where we're living, we can no longer live here. It's time for us to move somewhere else. And you just pack up. You have to remember at this time, there was no internet that they could look up any information. So they just be like, hey, I hear this North America place. Pretty cool. Let's just go there. That's kind of what they did. So, what would cause you to go ahead and move from where you are now to a totally new country you knew almost nothing about? Okay, go ahead and pause the video. You can take enough time to fill it out. Once you're done, you can go ahead and resume the video and continue on. All right, next we got a nice little video to kind of intro the northern colonies. You guys are going to begin to learn a little bit about them today. So, you guys can go ahead and watch that. After you've watched the video, go ahead and write these notes down in your notebook. Okay, so just some brief information about the Pilgrims moving to the American colonies. Um, in England, they established a state church in 1534. It's called the Anglican Church, and basically they wanted everyone in England to be a part of that church. However, as you guys can see in the next bullet point, many people disagreed with the state church and they created their own church. They were called separatists at the time because they were separating from the state church. Because they were different, as you guys can see in the third bullet point, England persecuted or treated them very terrible. They were mean. They would torture them sometimes. They would persecute these separatists. So the separatists decided to leave for America in 1620. They just said, you know what, we've had enough. England doesn't like us. They don't treat us very well. We're going to go ahead and move to North America. And you will learn a little bit about that. They will eventually become the Pilgrims. Today, we're going to end up focusing on one of the documents that they all agreed to called the Mayflower Compact. Okay? So once you've got those notes taken down, you can go ahead and move on. If you need to, go ahead and pause the video. All right. So a little bit about the Mayflower Compact. You're going to go ahead and watch this video, and then you're going to answer the question, why did they, being these people that came to America, write and sign the Mayflower Compact? Why did they write it? Why did they sign it? You can go ahead and answer that in the classwork section of your notebook. You'll have to probably pause this instruction video, go ahead and watch this video and answer that question. Once you're done, go ahead and come on back. All right, analyzing the Mayflower Compact. This is going to take us some time. So at this point, if you need to, go ahead, pause video, take a little stretch break, come on back, and I'm going to walk you through how to analyze a primary source. Yes, we're already starting our primary source analysis on the second, or I guess, never mind. This will be the 5th day of school. Okay? All right, so go ahead, go back to Google Classroom. You're going to go ahead and click on the Mayflower Compact Analysis. You each have your own copy, so you can just type right in it. All right. As this loads, we'll give it just a second. There it is. Okay, your directions for today on this part. Read and analyze the sections of the Mayflower Compact to determine the main idea of each. Additionally, after you have analyzed each section, record what you think is the main idea of the entire Mayflower Compact. And actually, let me pause. I'm going to fix that. Okay, I went ahead and adjusted that. So after you've finished reading each section of the Mayflower Compact, answer that guiding question at the bottom of the page. What did the Mayflower Compact establish? We are going to use that guiding question to kind of help us mark the text as we go. But I'm going to kind of explain how to mark the text today. Okay, so we're just going to start with each section, starting with section 1. I'm going to go ahead and read it in its entirety, and then we'll talk about what we need to do with it. Section 1. In the name of God, amen. We whose names are underwritten, the loyal subjects of our dread sovereign Lord King James, by the grace of God of Great Britain, France, and Ireland, King, defender of the faith, etc. Basically, guys, this is a bunch of fancy language to say in the name of God and as people of King James. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. As people under King James and because of God. We are ... That's the first section. Nothing in there really that we need to highlight or underline. We're going to go ahead and continue on with section 2. Section 2. Having undertaken for the glory of God and advancement of the Christian faith in honor of our king and country, a voyage to plant the first colony in the northern parts of Virginia. Okay, they've got a lot of fancy language in here, but they lay out pretty straightforward what is their goal. Okay, we're going to go ahead and highlight those things. Okay, for the glory of God and advancement of the Christian faith. Okay, if you remember back, our question is, okay, we're going to go ahead and mark the text in this section according to what we think the main idea is. Well, basically, in this section, they're talking about why they're doing this. Why did they move? Well, let's go ahead and highlight the couple of sections that answer that. First, they say for the glory of God and advancement of the Christian faith. Okay, that's one of the reasons that they've decided to do this. The second is to plant the first colony in the northern parts of Virginia. Okay, and our main idea here is why these people have moved. Actually, a better way of saying this, the goal of the people for why they have moved to America. Okay, that's the main idea. It's basically what we highlighted right there. Let's go ahead and read section 3. So continuing on, we'll back up real quick. So plant the first colony in the northern parts of Virginia. Do by these presents solemnly and mutually in the presence of God and one another, covenant and combine ourselves together in a civil body politic. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the important part here. Okay, they say covenant and combine ourselves together in a civil body politic. What do you guys think they mean by civil body politics? Remember, they're combining, they're covenanting together. Okay, covenant is a fancy way of saying they're saying it in front of God. Okay, they're coming together in front of God. But what do we mean by civil body politic? That's going to be your main idea. They are coming together to create a ... I'm going to let you guys figure out what the ... part is. That's that civil body politic. What word would you put there to explain what a civil body politic is? All right, moving on. Section 4, going back up, their covenant and combining ourselves together in a civil body politic for our better ordering and preservation and furtherance of the ends aforesaid. Basically, that's saying, guys, they're doing this for these reasons, and here are the reasons. And by virtue hereof, to enact, so they're establishing, constitute and frame such just and equal laws, ordinances, acts, constitutions, and offices from time to time. Okay, so kind of the main idea to highlight here. They're creating equal laws, ordinances, acts, constitutions, and offices from time to time. For the main idea, I'm going to let you guys type in what you think the main idea will be. All right, moving on to section 5 and section 6. I am just going to read these sections. You need to decide what should be highlighted and what the main idea for each is. But I'll go ahead and read them. Section 5. So backing up real quick to get us into that. Okay, they're creating constitutions and offices from time to time. As shall be thought most meet and convenient for the general good of the colony. Okay, they'll establish times to meet and get together. Unto which we promise all due submission and obedience. Basically, they're saying we promise to abide by and follow these laws and what we're agreeing to here. Section 6 says, in witness whereof we have here underscribed our names at Cape Cod, the 11th of November, in the year of the reign of our sovereign lord, King James of England, France, and Ireland, the 18th, and of Scotland, the 54th. Anno Domini 1620. Anno Domini, guys, is just Latin. You don't really need to know it. They're just saying the year 1620. Basically, they're saying we're all signing this and agreeing to it. Okay, so go through what are the main ideas, what should you be highlighting. Okay, I know there's lots of big words in there, but your goal is to pull out what is the main point. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I think you guys can do this. Take your time. You have Google. Go ahead, think some. If your brain is starting to hurt, that's a good thing. It means you're stretching it. So, anyways, that is all for, not quite all. After you guys have finished that, go back to your slides and go ahead and complete the out, which is, based on what you learned about the Mayflower Compact today, what do you think a compact is? You guys just read one. What do you think a compact is? Okay, go ahead and put that in the out section, which will be right under your in your interactive notebook. And then you are all done for today. That is all. Once again, thanks for listening. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day.